Tribe, today we are not pulling any punches. Bottom line, I'm giving you 3 reasons you should absolutely not get Sisterlocks. Real talk. If you are in any one of these situations, you need to hit the brakes on getting your locks. Thanks for tuning in, you guys. I'm Nya, and if this is your first time here, just know we are a tribe of women who are here to support each other through our lock journeys. If you haven't done so already, make sure you definitely hit that subscribe button so you don't miss an episode. And
God, my hair is always so itchy. The dandruff is unreal. And sometimes I get like these weird scalp sores just randomly. I don't know, man. Maybe I should do Sisterlocks. I heard like because you're not touching your hair, it just, you know, it's good, right? Like it's good for the hair. Maybe it'll help all of these scalp problems that I'm having.
if that is you, honey, stop. Okay, stop. As someone who has had scalp issues, let me tell you, Sisterlocks will not solve your scalp issues. If you have sores, if you have really bad dandruff and like dry scalp and all of that, I'm telling you, it will not get any better. It, in fact, will shine a light on all of these scalp issues right here. So I would recommend that before you go ahead and put your Sisterlocks in, solve it. Solve those scalp issues, solve those problems so that when you put in your Sisterlocks, knowing that you've got to do a detox, right? Like all of those things that we put on our scalp to calm it, to soothe it, to not make it so dry and all of that, all of those things stop when you get Sisterlocks. And they stop not for a week, not for a month, but for up to a year. There is nothing on your scalp except shampoo. And if you're lucky, maybe a little bit of tea tree oil right here. Just a little bit of tea tree oil right here, but that's it, right? Like it is not a joke. So if you have any sort of scalp issues, get them checked out. Talk to your dermatologist, get it rectified before you go ahead and put in these locks, because you do not want all of that coming to the surface and showing up in your locks. There's already so many things that these locks pick up, dirt, sweat, and lint and everything else like that. You do not want to add dandruff and chunks of flakes to that issue right there. So it's just really important to be really real about your scalp issues. If you have them, fix them. Find a solution before you do these locks.
Oh my gosh. Honestly, I am so broke right now. Like money is so tight. I can barely afford my weaves, my wigs. Products just seem so expensive. Maybe I should do Sisterlocks. A girlfriend of mine told me that like, you don't need no products, you don't need nothing. So maybe this is a good option.
So if that is you, and you find that finances are an issue right now, and I know, like, no one is ever gonna be in a perfect place in terms of the finances. We could always have more, we could always need more. There's no doubt about that. But it's important to know that when you're looking at Sisterlocks, it is an investment. From day one, it's an investment. And you have to keep investing in your hair if you want it to stay on your head. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the fact that an installation can cost you anywhere from $800 to $2,000, depending on the size of your locks, how much your consultant charges per hour, the length of your own hair when you're starting your locks. These are all the things that you really need to consider. And also know that it doesn't stop there. It's not like you just get your hair installed, you pay your, $1,200 or whatever it is, and that ends. With Sisterlocks, you need to be maintaining your hair every 4 to 6 weeks. And the cost of retights can be anywhere from $100 to $200, depending on how much your Sisterlock consultant charges. But also, again, length of hair, length of time, all of that all plays a role. So it's really, really, really important to know that if you get Sisterlocks, you will continue to pay over and over and over and over again. You can absolutely get the retightening course, but I just know for me, I don't have the time to be staying on my head for probably a whole weekend trying to do 581 locks. I just don't have it. And to be honest, I don't have the pipes to do it. And I just don't want to do it, to be honest. So I'd rather go in every 6 weeks and get my hair retightened and be done. But it is important to know that it will continue to cost you. So for example, for my hair, I know that my retights are $125 and I typically give her a tip. So it's about $150 because she's amazing and I love her and I'm so appreciative of Simone in my life. So $150 every 6 weeks, I know that my hair is going to cost me anywhere from $1,200 to $1,500 a year just to get it retyped. Okay, so make sure that you are planning on that, you're budgeting on that. Also know that the way things are going up in this world, inflation is no joke. So can you afford it today? Maybe, but can you afford it 5 years from now, 10 years from now, and so on? Something to consider.
I don't have time. I just don't have time. I don't have time to get my weave done. I don't have time to put these braids in my head. I just don't have any time. Maybe I should get Sisterlocks. I heard if it's like dreads, I mean, this is perfect. I don't have to touch them. I don't have to do anything with them. That's what I need, some Sisterlocks.
If that's you, hear me and hear me now. Sisterlocks are not no maintenance. Sisterlocks are low to medium maintenance in the sense that we talked about the installation process. We talked about how much it costs, but let's talk about how much time it actually takes to get your hair installed. So again, depending on the length, depending on your size of locks, you could be looking at anywhere from 12 hours to days, okay? So I started with 3 to 4 inches of hair on this head, okay? But I went for a small in terms of size. 38 hours it took to do this head. 38 hours over the course of 4 days. So if you are the type of person you're thinking, oh, well, I could probably do it. I've done braids before, maybe box braids or something like that. It took me maybe a day to do. This is not it, right? Like this is not the same thing because it could potentially take you 4 days, 10 hours a day to do it. It is a lot. So if you are looking for something that is no maintenance, you don't have to sit around and do anything, it's easy, Sisterlocks is not it. Not to mention, after the installation, you have to get those retights that we talked about. So we talked about the cost, but again, retights take time. So depending on all of those things that we talked about, but also depending on the speed of your loctician, some do it in 2 to 3 hours, depending on your hair. Some take 6 to 8 hours, depending on your hair, right? So you need to go in eyes wide open about this, about the amount of time that it takes. It could be a full-on day every 4 to 6 weeks that you are spending on your hair. So I will say it again, Sisterlocks is low to medium maintenance, not no maintenance. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Be sure to give us a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button now. For more Sisterlock tips, be sure to hit this video right here for the Sisterlock playlist.